What's up, y'all? Thanks for checking out the video. I'm going to show you guys what I'm using here on the Russian River for salmon and for trout. I got 2 rods with me. You don't need 2 if you like going overkill like me. Then, you know, 2 rods is good. No more than 3 really, but a fly rod. This is a Redington Behemoth Super Torque. Already got it dirty. On a Redington dually fly rod. This is the 11.5 foot 4-piece 8-weight fly rod. And for spin cast, I'm using a Penn Clash 4000. This is actually something I use mostly in saltwater. What you need out here for these big salmon, because they are strong, they do make some big runs, is a drag system that can slow them down. You don't technically, I didn't even bring a rod with me. I bought this while I was here for like 60 bucks. This is like a Shakespeare Ugly Stick Elite. This guy is super tough, not great for like finesse fishing or bass fishing, but perfectly fine for what we're doing. So those are the rods that I'm using on this trip. Got me a little day pack, of course, bear spray, gotta have that. Oops, there's my phone. Nail clippers, a rag or something to kind of wash your hands off with. I use, oh, somebody busted the line. I use this little dry box that I hang on outside of the bag. This is kind of like a exterior tackle box with stuff when I'm cutting hooks off, cut lures off, that sort of thing. Just put them in here for storage until I could clean them and put them right back in the box again. Camera, nice rag on the inside you can wash your hands with. This is my tackle bag that I've put together. Tackle bag that I put together for the Russian River. It's got a little bit of everything in it. Starting to acquire some Alaska tackle, but larger spinner baits like these are fine for the rivers, big rivers or lakes out here. Weights for the fly rod, coho fly. That's typically what we're catching all these salmon on. It's the go-to. They're not biting anything, you're basically snagging them, for lack of a better term. But the guys out here like to call it flossing, which means just guiding your bait into their mouths. Again, another coho fly. Types of flies I fish with out here are streamers, something like that. Or like a flesh fly, something that looks like a piece of salmon flesh. Those work really good too. This time of year with so many salmon in the water, trout are really hard to catch. Haven't even cracked that box open. This is all my dry flies. Haven't even used that. Feeds, supposed to imitate salmon eggs. Haven't fished for kings this year, haven't even seen one, but these are what I caught my king on a few years ago, these cheater specials. Just throw a weight on the end, tie that in, and do the same thing. You're looking to floss it on that big king. Tip it for the fly rod, leader material. This is 20-pound test. It's older too, I've had it for a couple years, works just fine. Big spool of it. The guy at the tackle shop said that we needed 30-pound test, but 20s work just fine. Been using these weights a lot. This is attached to your main line, attached to your leader line, and what these do is these will roll in the river and not twist your line up too much. Now you're going to twist your line up a lot, especially if you're fishing from one side, but we went from these that'll like twist your line up real bad to something with a swivel in the mix, like these guys. So they kind of help preserve your reel, preserve your line. These are what we're catching trout on, just fake salmon eggs. These are just plastic imitation flies. The various types of salmon eggs that we use. And like I said, trout are taking these guys. Ooh, that's a good one right there. That's a good one. I may throw on some flies here in just a minute. So that is pretty much it with the tackle bag, guys. Give or take a small knife. Bugs haven't been too bad this trip, but these are always good to have. Little rappel stick. And that's really it on the tackle bag. Let's see, what else do we have in here? Underwater camera, haven't used that either. I tend to bring a lot of things I don't use. Par for the course, I guess. Got some granola bars, snacks in the front pack there. Fillet knife, gonna need that shortly. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so that's what I got with me on the Russian River.